Against all odds, Russia's economy stands defiant, weathering the storm of international sanctions. Picture this: in the aftermath of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine, a nation's economy teeters on the brink of collapse. Yet instead of succumbing to the recession and inflation scare, Russia's economy has shown remarkable resilience. How, you may ask? A cocktail of measures have contributed to this defiance. Increased government spending has kept the economic wheels turning, while exchange rate controls have been implemented to keep the ruble steady. The central bank hasn't shied away from taking bold steps either, with significant interest rate hikes introduced to combat inflation. Yet amidst all this upheaval, Russia's economy is not crashing, but rather experiencing a soft landing. The indicators are promising. GDP growth is on the rise, unemployment remains low, and corporate distress is minimal. Quite a twist in the tale, isn't it? Let us delve deeper into the factors that have kept Russia's economy afloat. Despite facing international sanctions and a recession scare, Russia's economic resilience is rather intriguing. One of the key elements is the economic stimulus. The government has ramped up spending, infusing cash into the economy. This not only boosts consumer spending, but also provides a much-needed cushion to businesses, helping them weather the storm. But it's not just about spending. The Russian government has also been quite adept at sanctions busting. By finding alternative trade routes and establishing new trading relationships, Russia has managed to keep the wheels of its economy turning. It's a game of cat and mouse, with Russia continuously seeking to outwit the international community's attempts to isolate it economically. Let's not forget the role of the central bank. By implementing exchange rate controls and hiking up interest rates, the central bank has been instrumental in staving off a potential economic catastrophe. Its actions have contributed to a soft landing for the economy, with GDP growth, low unemployment, and minimal corporate distress. But it's not all rosy. There are potential risks ahead. High inflation expectations are a cause for concern. If not managed effectively, they could lead to a cost of living crisis for the average Russian citizen. And then there's the threat of currency depreciation. A weaker ruble could lead to an increase in the cost of imports, further stoking inflation. The resilience of Russia's economy is a testament to the government's economic strategies and its ability to adapt in the face of adversity. However, the economy is not impervious to shocks. High inflation expectations and the potential for currency depreciation are significant risks that could undermine this resilience. While the economy shows resilience, concerns remain about its long-term stability. Politics and economics are intertwined. Let's examine the political landscape in Russia. At the helm, we have Vladimir Putin's regime, a force that has shown resilience against both internal and external pressures. The government has been relentless in cracking down on civil society, imprisoning political opponents and stifling opposition voices. The ongoing war in Ukraine, a stark manifestation of Putin's military aggression, has forced Russia to adapt its military strategy, focusing on a war of attrition. And then there are the rumors, whispers of further mobilization that circulate like a chilling breeze. A significant development is the involvement of the Wagner Group, a private military company led by oligarch Yevgeny Prigozhin. Their brutal tactics, reminiscent of a darker Soviet past, have raised concerns. Prigozhin's growing influence and potential challenge to Putin's power have sparked speculation within Russia's power elite. The political unrest in Russia adds another layer of complexity to the economic scenario. Sanctions have become a key tool in the global response to Russia's actions. But what effect are they really having? The United States has imposed numerous sanctions on Russia since its invasion of Ukraine, and these have undeniably left an impact on the Russian economy. But Russia, it seems, is not a sitting duck. It's actively trying to evade these sanctions, with its intelligence services at the forefront of these efforts. A game of cat and mouse is underway, with the US vigilantly monitoring and countering these evasion attempts. These sanctions are not just about punishment. They aim to further weaken the Kremlin's industrial base and slow down Russia's rearmament efforts. The US is not alone in this endeavor. It's actively engaging with other countries like the United Arab Emirates and Turkey to crack down on Russian attempts to dodge sanctions and export controls. Despite Russia's resilience and attempts to soften the blow, The economic pinch of sanctions is being felt. The question now is, will this economic pressure lead to a change in Russia's actions? That remains to be seen. With a landscape fraught with economic and political challenges, what does the future hold for Russia? Amidst the turmoil, potential future scenarios for Russia's economy and politics remain as varied as they are unpredictable. On the economic front, Russia has shown remarkable resilience. Despite facing recession and inflation scares, the country has managed a soft landing with positive GDP growth, low unemployment, and minimal corporate distress. This resilience, however, is not without its risks. High inflation expectations and the potential for currency depreciation are significant threats that loom on the horizon. Politically, the situation is no less complex. Despite the mounting pressures of protests and international sanctions, President Vladimir Putin remains firmly in power. Yet, with rumors of further military mobilization and the growing influence of oligarchs like Yevgeny Prigozhin, the political landscape is shifting. The facade of Putin's rule shows faint cracks, and the potential for change, however distant, is not to be dismissed. Only time will tell how Russia navigates these turbulent waters. For now, it defies the doomsayers, but uncertainties persist.